Hey, what is going on, Twintendo Nation? Hope you're having an awesome day. Now today we got the biggest reveal for Pokemon Go in a long time. There is a brand new update that we've known about for quite a while, which is the new raids and the gym update that's coming to Pokemon Go. Well, they finally showed us what it's going to look like, and holy crap does this look amazing. This is the most hyped I've been about the game since probably the launch of the game, because obviously one of the main things I was looking forward to was the multiplayer aspects of the game, and that's never really happened, sadly. But this definitely looks like gyms are actually going to be very fun to participate in. Now, there is so much information to talk about in this video, but I want to hear from you guys what you think about the new raid update as I actually talk about it in the video. So let me know in the comments whether you're excited for this new update to Pokemon Go or not. But anyway guys, let's just get started. And first of all, gyms are now basically Pokestops, because you can spin the photo disc at the gym and get items like you would at a Pokestop. So for an area that doesn't have many Pokestops but you have a few gyms, then this is quite a good update, because people in rural areas like myself have been complaining we don't have enough Pokestops, and that will help. It's not the biggest update in the world, but it definitely does help rural players a lot. Now let's go into the gym update, because this is incredibly interesting. So gyms are no longer based on prestige and training. Instead, they now feature 6 permanent slots that can be filled by the controlling team's Pokemon. Each Pokemon assigned to these slots must be unique, which is amazing because it even mentions, for example, only one Blissey can be assigned to a gym at a time, so you can't just have a gym full of Blisseys and make it absolutely unbeatable. That was probably one of the worst things about the current gyms we had. They just were not balanced at all. In addition, opposing teams will battle the Pokemon in the order they were assigned to the gym, so that's actually quite different to what we have at the moment, because normally it places these Pokemon in CP value, and obviously the Pokemon with the lower CP will be first, which means basically if you just place a Pokemon and it's really low CP, then it's just going to get kicked out straight away, and you wouldn't get the rewards of basically entering your Pokemon at a gym. And that's why I didn't join gyms really, because I just thought there's no point for me, because all the higher Pokemon would basically push my Pokemon to the first of the queue. But that has changed, which is fantastic. And it says at the heart of the update is a new motivation system that will significantly change how you interact with gyms. When a Pokemon is assigned to a gym, a motivation meter, which is this sort of heart symbol you see, basically that is kind of how much motivation the Pokemon has. Now when Pokemon defend a gym, they lose motivation over time, and as a Pokemon loses motivation, its CP will temporarily decrease. I'm not sure by how much, but it makes it easier for opposing teams to defeat the Pokemon if they don't have full motivation. So to help keep the Pokemon motivated and in tip-top shape for their next battle, trainers can treat their team's Pokemon to some berries, which restore their motivation. And this seems to be just like Raspberries. I don't think it's any new kind of berries, because obviously we find Raspberries all the time at Pokestops and we never really need to use them all, so this is a good way to kind of offload a few more. Now it goes on to say if a Pokemon loses all motivation, it will leave the gym and return to its trainer the next time it loses a battle. So you'll want to keep your team's Pokemon motivated by giving them berries frequently. So if you have a Pokemon at the gym, make sure you keep visiting it with some berries, keep it motivated, because most likely it will stay in that gym longer. Now the next thing that they're adding, and I did not see this coming at all, is gym badges. We can actually obtain gym badges, which is pretty cool. They're not as cool as the ones from the anime or the games, but they're still, you know, better than nothing. So it says, now you'll be able to earn gym badges when interacting with the many gyms around the world. Gym badges serve as mementos of your Pokemon Go adventures and reflect your contribution to a gym's success. You'll be able to level up your badges by battling, giving berries to the Pokemon in the gym, and spinning the gym's photo disc. You can earn the opportunity to receive bonus items and increased rewards from gyms by raising the level of your gym badge. Now that's all it really says about gym badges, and as you guys can see from the pictures, they do look a bit plain and they're not that dynamic and different, but maybe that's something they can change as well in the future. I kind of wanted a few more different symbols, but it seems to be the same shape based around a certain Pokestop. But again, it is better than nothing, that's for sure. Now here we get into the good stuff, and this is the new raid battle feature. And basically guys, this is how legendaries are going to be given away. So it says all around the world, you'll soon be able to participate in the new raid battle feature at gyms. A raid battle is a cooperative gameplay experience that encourages you to work with other trainers to defeat an extremely powerful Pokemon known as the raid boss. Now before a raid battle begins, all Pokemon assigned to the gym will return to their trainers and a large egg will appear atop the gym. When the countdown above the egg reaches 0, the raid boss will be revealed. So as you guys can see from the images, raids are revealed in the Pokemon nearby menu basically. So you just swipe to the right and it's on a different section, and I'm assuming you can see raids that are nearby. So if you go to an area with lots of gyms, and then you're more likely to see these raids, I'm assuming, and it will have a countdown. And this is kind of cool because obviously if you go towards this gym and the countdown's close to the raid starting, then you might see a lot of Pokemon Go trainers nearby, which is cool, and you can interact with them, make new friends. That's what I was kind of hoping for Pokemon Go. And we can also see a few images of the actual raid bosses, and we can see one of Tyranitar, and I thought I misread this at first, but no, this is not like wrong. It has 25,000 CP, and it's going to be very, very tough to take down. And there's also a picture of Alakazam, which has around 20,000 CP as well. So let me go into a bit more information about raids. So it says, before you can battle the raid boss, you'll need a raid pass. You can get one free raid pass per day by visiting a gym, but you can only hold one at a time. You can also get premium raid passes from the in-game shop. Now, it doesn't go into much detail what premium raid passes are, but my guess is the fact that you can only get one free raid pass a day and you can only hold one at a time suggests to me that you can buy premium raid passes to hold lots of different raid passes, and it means you can do multiple raids in a day. That's what I'm assuming they are. So it says, upon using your pass to join the battle, you and up to 20 other trainers work together to defeat the raid boss. Now, if you successfully defeat the raid boss within the 5-minute limit, you'll have the chance to catch an extra powerful Pokemon of your own. So I'm assuming the raid boss is a Pokemon you'll actually catch, and you don't actually get it by the sounds of it, you have to catch it as well. So it could be a bit disappointing if you don't get the Pokemon in the end, but it still sounds like a lot of fun. And finally, we're going to move on to the last section of this update. So it says, after defeating a raid boss, you will receive a collection of rewards, including some new items obtained only by defeating a raid boss, such as rare candies, golden raspberries, and 2 types of technical machines, which are TMs if you don't know, fast and charged. So a rare candy is a mysterious candy that when used on a Pokemon turns into that Pokemon's candy. I'm not sure how much a rare candy is worth in terms of Pokemon candy, so is it worth 5 candies, is it worth 1, is it worth more? I'm kind of hoping it's not worth 1 candy, otherwise rare candies are just going to be another useless item. But the next new item, as I was talking about, are golden raspberries, and these will greatly increase your chances of catching a Pokemon you encountered in the wild. So they're like raspberries, but they're supercharged basically. So if you see a Togetic, make sure you save your golden raspberries for them, because as you guys know, Togetics are literally impossible to catch, even with Ultra Balls and raspberries. Now, these golden raspberries can also be used for Pokemon at your gym, so this will actually restore your motivation meter to full. So they are incredibly useful items, but again, they're going to be very, very rare. So as long as you interact with raids, then you're going to have a big bonus at gyms as well. Now, technical machines are items you can use to permanently teach a Pokemon a new fast attack or charge attack. It doesn't really go into much more detail, but it's basically a new way to fix Pokemon's movesets. If you have a really good Pokemon, but it has a terrible move, this is your chance to actually give it a move that's better for it. So it's basically a move reroll. I'm not sure if these TMs are going to be specific moves, or it's going to give you a list of different moves that this Pokemon can learn, similar to the move relearner in main Pokemon games. So I'm not sure, but that would make the most sense to me. So finally, it goes on to say, to put these exciting changes in motion, we'll be temporarily disabling all gyms. Once the update has been rolled out to players around the world, gyms will return. The raid battle feature will then be rolled out slowly over the next few weeks, starting as a beta, with raids visible only to a subset of players at certain gym locations. So this is incredibly similar to first of all, the start of Pokemon Go when they had the beta, and it's also similar to when they were changing the Pokestops around and how you could find Pokemon at Pokestops. And that was only available at San Francisco for a while, so it would not surprise me if that is the same as well. So it goes on to say, over a few days we'll invite more players to participate and enable raids at more gyms around the world. Keep an eye out on our social media channels for updates on when you'll be able to start battling in raids. We can't wait to see you outside battling at your local gyms. So as you guys can see, there is a lot of good stuff coming to Pokemon Go very soon. There is no release date on that, unfortunately, but it should be released during the summer because that's when most people are going to be playing the game. And also, another thing that I am kind of disappointed about, no mention of trading still. I have no idea what's going on with that. And again, no mention of legendaries, but obviously looking at the raid system and how powerful Pokemon are revealed, I'm assuming that legendary Pokemon are going to be used in the raid system. Pretty much confirmed. But my only worry is these new Pokemon Go events that are happening this summer. Obviously, they've only been announced in specific areas, and most likely they're going to have an exclusive raid to people who bought the tickets, because you actually have to pay to enter these kind of events. And I feel like that's how you're going to be able to catch a legendary, by entering these events. And I'm not sure if that's really fair, because It's only being announced in certain areas in certain countries. Even the UK have not had anything announced, even though loads of European areas have. So I'm honestly not sure what's going on with legendaries, but I will keep you guys updated nonetheless. But anyway guys, if you're looking forward to the new Pokemon Go update, definitely hit the like button down below. Let's aim for 1,000 likes. And if you guys want to stay up to date with everything Pokemon Go and just Pokemon in general, then hit the subscribe button down below. Anyway guys, thank you very much for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I will see you on the next video. Peace!